What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Today on the program, speaking of entertainment, I have Miguel Molles, originally from California. Now he's in Arizona. All right. Well, I guess, yeah, California to Mexico to Arizona to California again and to Mexico. Yeah, Miguel Molles, Molles. Look him up. Go ahead, look him up. I don't care. You're going to get to hear a little bit more about Miguel Molles in the next few minutes, so stick around. Oh, I'm so excited. He's a musician, he's an actor, he's a comedian, he does a lot of things. All right, this week's shows, I have one public show for you, my loyal listener. I'm at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas on Friday night, my usual Friday night gig, the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Yes, I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show. It's a little concert starring each and every one of you at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the AM. They got a full bar. The kitchen's open. Good food. Oh, good people. And they got pool tables, 10 diamond-style pool tables. In fact, they have a pool tournament on Friday night. So if you want to try your hand at playing pool and possibly make some money while you're doing it, you check out the Rab, Conway, Arkansas, 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the AM on Friday night. Oh, so excited. And then Saturday, I think I have a private show. So unless you're invited, you cannot come. But I am available for private parties, so look me up, DJLittleRock.com. All right, that's enough intro. Let's get into it with Miguel Molles. He's out there on Zoom. So if you're listening to the audio version of this, check out the video version on my YouTube page, youtube.com/user/KeysDan. Zooming Miguel Molles now. And I put that there, and I got Miguel in my face. What's happening?
What up? All good, man. How's it happening with you?
Oh, dude, it is so good. Miguel, first things first, I cannot put you in a box. You are an entertainer, but you don't have a box that I can put you in. Are you a rapper? Are you a YouTube content creator? Are you into the techno EDM feel? I got so much bump from you, so many beats, so much different styles from you. Give the people an idea, and I'm going to probably mispronounce your last name, Miguel Molles.
Oh my God, you're the first person that actually said it right.
Soy macuano de la Guantanamera, okay? Because you're west side, and I am east side. I'm from Florida. I'm from Miami, but I'm stuck here in Arkansas. I say stuck. It's not a bad place, but you're from California, and you're in Arizona. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Give the people an idea of who you are, man.
Yeah, so like you said, for all the people that can't really pronounce Spanish right, my name is Miguel, and then last name Molles. I call people out in my concerts and been like, hey, for all the Caucasians here, I'm sorry, but y'all got to learn Spanish today. So pretty much in everything, like how you explain it, like there's not really a box for me to put myself in. I like to stay versatile with my music and have an audience for everyone. Instead of just me just being in one little spot, I like putting myself everywhere because everyone deserves a different style from everyone. But sometimes, like even like companies and like high level executives just stick them into one little place. And at least for me, I like to express myself in whatever way, shape, or form I can through my music. That's usually the only way I can be open to anyone is just through my music. But yeah, originally from California, came to Arizona, mainly because it's cheaper. But I moved out here like probably like a decade ago, so it's been a while. And I do visit California from time to time. I did have a show there, like I'd say a month and a half ago. It was pretty solid. I liked it. One of my first ones, and then I had another one down here in Glendale, and that one was crazy. It was pretty good. I'm still looking to get some shows going. Probably anywhere in the state, really. If I have to drive, then I got to drive.
Yeah, just following you on social media. That's the final plea that you have is you have a video for promotion and pleading for people. Hey, if you need some entertainment, Miguel Molles is your man, is the guy that you need to contact. And I see that you're still representing. You got your San Diego cap on. For the people that are listening to the audio version, I encourage you to check out the video version so you can see Miguel Molles right there in his room in all his splendor, wearing San Diego. What is that, Padres?
Padres, yeah.
Man, I'm not big on sports, although I did work for a sports radio station down in Little Rock when I first moved here. And so we have similar situations. I moved up from Miami to Arkansas, and you moved out from California to Arizona, partially because of the cost benefits, the cost cuts, because we can do what we do from anywhere on the planet. Just give me a plane ride, I got you. If you need to record, I'm sure you have the ability to record in Arizona. In fact, you just recorded an album that's already out, and you have physical CDs for sale. Tell me about that album.
Yeah, so that album there is Take Control. That one was released. I'm counting as 2026 now because we're almost in the new year. So technically 2 years ago now. It got released in May of 2024, and as well my first debut album, and the first time I ever made a milestone like that for like 12 songs in one album. It mean that album means a lot to me. And it was more of like a deeper side of me that I held back for a while because I was like, oh, happy, joy, But that album is more of like a deeper dive into who I am and what I experienced. And then as well the physical CD copies. I got a copy on my own. I left it in my kitchen. Damn it, I should have brought it. but I do got them. Only $20, so it's pretty cheap. I'm still working on trying to get vinyl for that thing. I already got a lot of companies that I gotta hit up. So for that, but yeah. I had 3 singles for that album. There's Tears, Nowhere Else But Here, and then Take Control, which is like just the main single for the album. Tears is more of how do you explain it? There's a name for it. It's a drum and bass. So it's kind of like the Euro pop kind of feel with a lot of synth, a lot of drums, and then as well me singing as well. With Nowhere Else But Here, that one is more of it's a rock song, obviously. Guitar solo, me singing. That song especially was specifically inspired, and I had motivation to make it by Green Day because they're one of my favorites. Take Control, oh my god. Now that song is really heavy. Not heavy like deep, like sad. It's more of a like I'm screaming into my mic. So, yeah, that main song, Take Control, and it's heavy metal too, so it's got a lot of notes for that. And I already got people bopping to it. Like that's my starting a mosh pit song. It's that one.
Okay, all right. See, I knew that there was no limits for you, and I like that about you. An artist when you go to a Miguel Molles concert, you never know what you're going to get and in what order you're going to get it. Maybe you know kind of what you're going to get because you've heard the different tracks on your Spotify and on your Apple iTunes and maybe even on the YouTube, you've been a YouTuber for a long time, man. I'm looking down at the bottom were you the first person on YouTube? And what gave you the wherewithal to do that? You must have been 12 when you started.
Probably 13 when I started.
Oh my gosh.
I was 13. So right now I'm gonna turn 23, so it's almost been 10 years now.
Yeah.
And no, I wasn't starting YouTube all the way in 2005, so I'm not that guy. I started a decade ago, and it was more of just copying styles of what other people do, but then in a very DIY like way. So because I didn't have everything at the time, so I was just doing what I could, and I did get some views out of it. Then from there, I started doing like memes and skits just to get the funny side of me going. Then eventually, I worked myself into music, which is more like doing covers and stuff. Because I've already done 3 volumes of cover songs, and they're all like each volume has like 10 to 12 songs in them, and they're not really like official. It was just they're just more for like just for fun, and they're only on YouTube. So if you want to hear me sing some songs that some of your favorites are right there, so they might be there.
Yeah, it's nice to have covers, and it's hard to put those out as an album unless you get permission from the writers and the creators of the original songs. So yeah, I know Cisco had a big problem with that. Remember the Thong song? It might be a little before your time, but the Thong song,
I remember,
because he said "Living La Vida Loca," most of his money gone. 90% is going to the writer of Livin' La Vida Loca because Cisco did not get that cleared. How about that? Mm-hmm. Greatest song he ever made, probably the most famous thing he's ever done, and he doesn't see pennies from that. And that's that's a horror story. That when you're a songwriter or creator, you get a sensation like that. And that's what you probably aspire when you do your concerts. You want people singing along. You want people to do a dance to your song. You want to start a mosh pit, okay? Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in a mosh pit. I've DJ'd a lot of parties, and I create a lot of havoc sometimes from time to time. So, yeah, it depends on what song you're playing, what vibe you're going for. I mean, some of these songs last Saturday night over at the Choctaw VFW. Yes, the VFW. They wanted to hear EDM, techno songs. I wish I would have known that you had a techno song. I'm just getting into Miguel Molles, and I'm enjoying Miguel Molles. Now, I want to talk more about the YouTube page because you have been creating. Have you tapped like all your friends to do these skits? Because a lot of it is car rides, a lot of it is playing. I like that you have the ideas to play and to put it out and to entertain people, not just with music, but also with the skits and the comedy. At 13 years old, who told you were funny, man?
I got no idea. I just started doing some shenanigans, and then it made people laugh. So I was like, oh my God, if I put this on video, it's actually going to work. And then I did it, and it worked. I'm still trying to like do more skits because I have a lot written down. But this time I'm trying to do it with other people, kind of just do like a whole, like a little show on YouTube just to make it funny. Like just do like fake commercials, do fake little episodes, like just for fun, just for funnies.
Yeah, and I like that you put it all on one feed. Okay, I have no time to do 2 and 3 and 4 different YouTubes. Yes, I think I have 4 different YouTubes, but my main one, I put everything on there. This conversation will be on there. Other ideas, historical facts, different videos that I make will all be on the same feed. But do you split them up to where do you have different YouTubes, or do you put it all on? This is Miguel Molles. This is what you're getting. All this is a part of you.
Yeah, so everything that I do, everything I post, everything I make is all going into one place, and it's all under my name. Because I don't like putting myself in like different platforms because people will specifically know what this channel's for, and then they will know what this one's for. And I make things easier. Instead of making them really hard work and finding me in different places, they can just find me in one place and then just look at my name. My name stands out pretty good, so they can just look my name up and I'm just right there.
Yeah, I did it. I did the Google search and bam, it's all you. You have a unique enough name, which it kind of strikes me as odd because Miguel is definitely a big Spanish name. A lot of people are named Miguel. How many people are named Molles? I mean, do you have a big family, or is everyone named Molles related to you?
Good majority of them, yeah. Well with our name, it's all tying down to like the Moya's name, and I'm proud of it. Because I did my research. That name is like almost close to extinction, so trying to just
Wow.
keep it alive. So yeah,
Okay.
because you normally don't get that kind of Spanish name anywhere. It's a pretty rare name. So because people are telling me, it was like, why don't you just make like an artist name? Why don't you just do like a different like artist tag or anything? I'm like, nah. Like you don't understand. I'm trying to get my name out there. I'm not trying to pose myself as someone else. I'm just trying to be me.
Yeah, they tried to do that to Schwarzenegger. His first movie, they had to bill him as Arnold Strong because the producer said, "Oh, nobody's going to know how to say Schwarzenegger." Dude, Schwarzenegger is a household name now. And just
Yeah.
like I want to hear Moyes is a household name. I want people to have that on their tongue whenever they go, "Oh, I want to go to a good show." And I wonder, if I can get a variety of music out there. Well, how about if I go to a Miguel Molles show? You're going to get a variety. And I'm guessing that because you have this comedy background, you could probably throw some skits up in there. It might be a one-man show or a two-man show or getting all your friends up there and putting a show on. Have you ever had the idea to do not just a music concert, or have you already done like a play of sorts?
Well, yeah, the way I do my concerts specifically by songs, I try to go from like with songs that I make from the past to the future. So it feels like you're watching a movie almost. So and I even do wardrobe changes just to know like when I switch, and then when things get real, um like when stuff starts turning dark, or when things start to go on a dance some kind of. And then as well with like my music, I try to like add some notes in there to make it feel like a movie. So like you're just like in a comedic skit way, kind of like comedy shows almost. Because at one point in my show that I did a couple of weeks ago, um, oh my god, because the suit I have to wear in order for the album, I have to wear at the concert to help promote it. For Robust, that's the album. Um, and oh my god, those pants are tight. And I always kept making notes. I'm like, I know y'all telling me to dance, but I can't dance. These things are making it rip. So I'm not gonna risk it. And then as well, like those pants are polyester. So I was always saying like my balls are sweating in these dudes. I gotta take these off in a bit.
See, that might be part of the show, man, is the sweat and the ripping of the pants. Now, look, the most iconic concerts, the most iconic, the best pop stars, the kings of rock, the kings of entertainment do costume changes throughout their program. You Beyonce and Michael Jackson and Taylor Swift, all these icons, they give people more than just a show. Although I did go see Bruce Springsteen back in 1983. Yes, that tells you how old I am. And he didn't change his pants one time and still gave a 3.5 hour show. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you don't have to give all the theatrics and
Yeah.
still the people are happy. But if you give them a little extra, a little more to get them off their couch. When I first started DJing, it was 2 turntables and a microphone. Now I got to be the promoter, put it on social media. I got to be the MC. I got to bring the lights. I got to bring the sound system. I got to bring it all. So I got to be more than just the DJ. You got to be the MC too. And you're giving them more because you're not only thinking about the music, which is enough in itself, you're giving them something that combines that music. I went and saw Pink Floyd. They gave a show. They were putting stuff on the movie screen. It looked like you were watching a movie, and they just jammed a concert in the middle of it. I watched these people, and they're like, wow. That you give it has that wow effect. And I think that's what you're going for. And even the concerts, the little bits that you have on your YouTube page gives me an idea of, man, they're going to get their money's worth just for getting up off the couch and going to a show. Because it's hard to get people to leave their big screen TV to go out to a Miguel Molles show. Wouldn't you think?
It is pretty hard, yeah. especially with promoters. Like it's all you. You're the promoter. You're the manager. You're the music artist. You're the writer. You're everything. So especially if you're independent, that's the only way you can go. Once you start building up into that category, from there you can try and hire a manager, but at the same time you don't want to get fucked over. Right, my language. But yeah.
No, but you got a jump start, man. You started when you were 13. I didn't get into this. Social media didn't come around till I was well into my 20s, probably close to 30s. So you have a jump start on getting people's attention through the social media. So even before they get to the show, they got to know where to go to get to that show, and they have an idea of who you are. You've given them all that. And I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I just got on TikTok maybe a couple, 3 years ago. And I've been putting a lot out there and putting it out on Facebook. And, a little bit of money has come my way, which is like I don't know if it's the judgment, just a fringe benefit of putting stuff out there, is that as it gets monetized, as more eyes get on there. Have you had the ability to see some return on the investment besides having good feelings and people telling you, "Oh, that was awesome"?
I mean, for revenue wise, I haven't really seen much because all of this is just barely picking up.
Yeah,
and I'm not expecting much. I never did. So because I'm still a small artist. I'm not even local because not many people know me. But only in like this specific area, like where I performed, and then all the way in California where I did. That's where I'm known. Excuse me.
I understand that situation completely. I was in Miami and South Florida, the Florida Keys, and I was I had things going. I was able to make a living down there, but I married a girl from Arkansas, and she was homesick and missed her mom and dad, and they moved back to Arkansas. They were living in South Florida. That's where I met her, and then they moved back, and I ended up here, and I had to start all over again at 40. Okay, so I imagine that 10 years ago when you got to Arizona, you had to start all over again, getting your name out there. I mean, were you given a couple free shows, or maybe sing a song at a karaoke bar? How did you get your start? How did you get your start in California, and then how did you get your restart in Arizona?
Yeah, so at least with like the music thing, how it all started. It started back when I was like, I think 11. So at the time I was just performing for like elementary orchestras, so like this little school level, pretty much just playing instruments, learning to write and read music. That's really how it all started. And then from there, from performing, that's where I got the feel of performing more, because it was just constant like playing at orchestras, playing in bands. And since I was a kid, I've just been a stage child my whole life. When it comes to like theaters, plays, orchestras, bands, skits, like I've done it my whole life, and it's not gonna go away. And ever since I moved to Arizona, it was more of a continuation than a restart, because the orchestra thing, it never left me. I still have my viola; it's back there, so I still got it. And it was more of just a continuation. I played for my high school. I played for different bands, colleges, Northern Arizona University. And eventually I had to learn to step away from that specific style, because obviously it's a very restricted type of style. Anyway, anything that you put differently isn't really going to work. I tried giving my ideas. I tried giving different ideas. I tried playing in different ways, and nobody seems to like it. So from there, you just got to learn to move on, do something else. And you can still do music, but you just got to try something else. And from there, I got onto writing and making music and singing. And that was when I started, even before I quit doing string music. I performed at open bars, karaoke nights, and really sort of just like not really hosting my own concert, but it was just more just putting myself in open mics. From there, I got into just writing, making music, and from there, did more open mics, did more karaoke, just to get my name out there. Just tell people like, hey, I make music, here's my stuff, boom. And it was more of a just putting my name out there and not forcing people to listen to it, because I hate doing that when they have to when you just shove music in their face and you hope for them to listen to it. I'm just like, listen to it if you want to. I'm just a chill guy. I'm just local. That's it. You don't have to, but I hope you do.
Yeah, you put it out there, man. But you, like I said, you had a jump start. 11 years old, you're already doing theater and such. But I think that if you pull out that viola at one of your concerts, you're going to blow minds, man. Who was it? Lizzo that also plays violin? Where she was like,
she does
whipping those
violin
out.
Violin and flute, I think.
Yeah, whipping that out at
like
a hip hop concert. And bam, blowing minds, man. That's fantastic. But you have all that. You have the basics in your back pocket. That's what you did. You learned the theory. You learned the stuff that stands the test of time. There's only so many ways that these notes fit together that are pleasing to the ear and that make people feel a certain kind of way. And the masters learned about that, shoot, 1,000 years ago, thousands of years ago. They knew what they were doing. There's a reason that we're still singing songs from Beethoven and Chopin and Mozart and all those guys hundreds and hundreds of years later, because they knew what they were doing, man. And we're still building on their shoulders. So tell me about, were you doing musical theater? Did you do plays? What was it that got you in the door, man? And did you have family that was telling you, yeah, you're good, you should do this? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so at least for memory wise, it was more, how would I say it? Well, yeah, musical plays, I did that.
What? Which one?
I do not remember. I was just such a little kid. I don't remember much. I was 11. But they were like small theater school plays. They were all music plays. I think at one point we did play the flute out there, like, but yeah. Just to make it funny, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna laugh if we keep playing it, because in my ears we were playing literally the recorder, and then I'm just trying to play the best I can, but then there's like people right next to me that were playing so awful, and I was trying not to laugh. I'm just holding myself, just going, and it was so funny. But yeah, I did that. Did a bit of theater, just to get into like more of the acting kind of role. Because with skits, obviously, you got to learn to act. You got to learn to improvise. And as well, sometimes it could be comedic, so you got to know how to do that. But yeah, all of this was when I was 11, maybe even 10. I think it was when I was 10.
Wow.
But vaguely, I don't remember much of the plays. They were all just like school plays, just to make things easy for the kids. It wasn't like much professional or anything.
Yeah, I remember when I was in when I was in Catholic school in Miami. I went to St. Monica's Catholic school, and we wrote a play. My two friends and I, it was Mo and Larry Meets the Robot, and we performed it in the cafeteria. And it's a good way to start, man. There's many avenues in this business we call show. And Miguel Molles, I think you want every avenue. You want to do it all, man. Any opportunity that comes your way. If somebody said, hey, you want to act in this movie, or you want to act in this TV show, or do you want to act in this play, would you say yes or no?
If I'm agile enough, I'll do it.
you say, give me the script.
Flip, I'll do it.
Give me the script, man. I need to see the script.
I'm like, if it involves me doing a backflip, I ain't doing it.
No backflips. No, at this point in my life, I'm done with backflips. I think I did them off a diving board. I was never good at it. I'm never good at the gymnastics. I was somewhat of a break dancer back in the 80s, but that was a long time ago, way before you were born, my friend. And but I appreciate it, man. I appreciate having the memories of that, having some kind of a memory from 11 years old. But when did your brain form that you actually remembered a part, a role, something that you grabbed onto and said, man, I think I want to do this the rest of my life?
It wasn't really much like theater or musical theater that I did it. It was more while I was doing string orchestra and performing in front of people. I think it was around the time when I was 11, yeah. And I think it was around the time when literally I performed in front of them. And then I just knew that this is going to be it, because I'm just seeing people like rows upon rows upon rows cheering, not just for me, but for everyone that come to support. And it just gave me like, it's kind of like a sensation where you have to do it. Like, you don't know what's telling you to do it, but you just know.
Yeah, that just tells me you're a team player, man. You're able to play by yourself, or you could play with a team. You can play well with others, but you're not supposed to read the reviews too much on this social media. But at 11 years old, when you're doing these shows, when you're doing these concerts, I'm guessing that your family shows up, or at least part of them, your friends. What are the reviews like? What are they talking about you? Because that's what pushes you forward. When somebody says "good job," that pushes you forward. But who's the ones that's giving you the good reviews to make you want to do it again and again?
At least right now, it's more of my fiance. I'm getting married soon, so
Mazel tov. Love is a wonderful thing, man. Many years of happiness to come.
Yeah. So at least she's the one that's telling me just to keep going, just to not give up, because I do give myself sometimes like miscredited, and I always give myself just backlash for not doing things right. And she comes along and just tells me to just keep doing it, because you never know who's going to actually like it. Because there's going to be haters, obviously. There's going to be people to discredit your music, but there's always that one person that's going to tell you to keep doing it.
Well, that's one thing about this.
I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, that's one thing about this show business thing is it's hard on a family, and you have to have somebody. If you're going to find a partner, you want to find a partner that's going to be with you through thick and thin. Thankfully, I have a partner that she likes to. She likes to stay home. She doesn't want to be a part of the show business, but she takes care of the business part, and I take care of the show part. So I bring home the check or whatever, bring home what little cash comes in, and she takes care of the household. And it works out. It's nice to have somebody to come home to that appreciates what you do. And this show business, another thing that it's hard about is you go to work at 9 p.m. It's not a 9 to 5, a.m. to p.m. It's p.m. to a.m. Sometimes you're out late, and they got to appreciate that. Now, does your fiance like to come to the shows, or is she kind of a homebody?
No, she does go to the show. She loves going, mainly just because she likes going out, going with my friends and all that. But then obviously she does stick around for the shows. She watches them, studies them sometimes just to give me credit too. But then my family does show up, my friends show up, and I appreciate for people to show up. Any type of people that show up, even if they don't like the music or they're here for the music, it doesn't matter. It's supporting me and the people who are opening as well, because I give them credit too. For helping out. But yeah.
Now, you mentioned the family shows up. Are they all back in El Centro? And I've never heard of El Centro, California. Is that somewhere around San Diego? Some of them in the south?
So pretty much around the same area, except San Diego is more on the west side, so like more towards the ocean. And El Centro is more towards like the border of Mexico down there. So, and I think it's more of like an hour and 20 minutes from San Diego. So it's not that far if you're committed to do the drive. So even if I have to do a show in San Diego, I'm willing to. I don't mind the drive. I always love going to San Diego. I'm originally from El Centro, but since I am very close to San Diego, I've always loved going there. I always did.
Yeah, I was doing parties cross country, and one of the stops that I had was in San Diego. I stayed, and for the life of me, I think California is on fire every couple of years. Okay, and I had to drive through the hills. I was on. I did 10 to 8, and I took 8 all the way down to San Diego, and I'm looking at hills that are on fire. This is back in, I don't know, 2008 maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's 2005, somewhere around there. But anyway, I get to this mansion, and I do a party there, and it was supposed to be one night, do a party, and then stay over and do another party the next day. And I said, should I bring my equipment in? And he says, I said, why? He said, why? I said, in case it rains. It never rains. It never rains down there, man. But what's the difference growing up in El Centro? What kind of a town is that? Be on the tourist board of El Centro. What is there to do?
Yeah. At least for there to do, I vaguely remember anything, but a lot of stuff for there to do. It's more like local. Like there's some shows. There's once in a while there's like fairs going on as well. Sometimes even parades. But if you want to do something, you're gonna have to do research, because at least for like things to pop up in front of you, it's very rare. So normally you want to do research or just check the newspaper. Sometimes that's when they announce stuff. Sometimes even like if you have kids and then there's like their schools announcing like they're gonna have days off because like the fair is going on, or like this kind of festival is doing. From there you get the idea of what's going on. Even sometimes sporting events, they have a couple there as well. But sometimes if there's nothing going on, there's San Diego right across the road.
Sounds like you have the benefit of having San Diego so close, but still living in kind of a smaller town that is more community knit. You know, how was the family and friends? Did they, if something bad happened, did everybody get together? Or, was there a support system there? Did you feel good growing up?
Yeah, so with family, yeah. We did grow up good. And as well, some of my family is in El Centro, but a good majority of them were across the border in Mexicali. So a lot of my family's in Mexico, but at least to get for opportunities and stuff, and like for family, just to keep things easy, we were in California. Right now we're in Arizona, but we still visit from time to time. Last time I went to San Diego was in August, and it was more of just a little vacation that I did. I eventually do want to get a gig going over there, but I got to do my research,
Yeah, as close as I was in El Paso as I was driving, and I saw Juarez over there, and I went, should I step across the border? And then I was in San Diego, and I go, should I step across the border? I never got to Mexico, man. Tell me about Mexico. Do you visit there a lot? Do you get there?
Yeah, I visited there a lot, and I used to live there, in fact, when I was just a little kid. But I was born in California, so that's good.
You could be president. You could still be president.
I'll be like, every person gets a taco, but okay.
No, but Cheech Marin had that movie, Cheech from Cheech and Chong, Born in East L.A. Oh, my gosh. But I'm from East L.A., man. They deported him. I was like, dude. And I don't even know if I should be joking about deporting too soon. I mean, there's craziness going on right now. Dude.
Yeah, it's all crazy.
Are you scared? Is ICE coming? Yeah, yikes. That people don't want to go to concerts anymore just because of that. Is it real? Can you feel it? Or is that just a bunch of bunk?
Sometimes you can feel it, especially like around this area and California. Because at least with ICE, you never know when they're going to show up. The fact is that it is kind of scary, especially for me and my family. But we're all good. And as well, at least for that reason too. That's why I took my music off of Spotify, because that's when they started promoting that kind of stuff. And I tried to just keep it on the low end, but people kept asking me, "Where's your music? Where's your music?" And then from there, I had to make the statement online, like, "Yeah, I had to take my music off of Spotify, especially because of what the owner, Daniel Ek, has been doing." funding military operations, like AI droning operations for military purposes. And then as well, they started promoting ICE recruitment ads on there. And I'm like, y'all probably don't know because y'all pay for it, and that's why you don't really see ads. But I do see ads because I don't really pay for it. But ever since I heard that, and I'm like, oh no. And I did my research, and people didn't like give attention to Daniel Ek, and he has not considered taking it off. And I'm like, crap, I gotta take it off.
Man, it is getting real, bro. It is getting real. Like I said, I'm half Cuban from Miami, and I guess I pass. I pass for Caucasian, you know. But you know, I do have a lot of brown family, bro, and they're still in Miami, South Florida, the Florida Keys. ICE, don't you go get them? They got papers, and a lot of them were born here, you know. But I worry about that. I worry about people that are, and I know that it's getting, some of it might be blown out of proportion, but even that one person that was born in the United States that gets deported, and you're like, but I was born here. Even that one person is one person too many, I think, for, but, you know, people go, dude, it's scary. It's scary, but
it is scary, yeah.
Man, we're living in a topsy-turvy world, and it'll probably change next election cycle. That's how America works, man. And, you know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, and sometimes I'm feeling like the nail right now, man. But you know, hey, that's politics. But let's talk more about what's going on with music. Okay, I used to have thousands and thousands of records, thousands of record albums. Now I'm down to about one, and I don't even play them anymore. I have digital wheels of steel, turntables that control my MP3s. So the one album I have is Billy Crayone's back there behind me, and then like a couple of CDs. Oh shoot, I can't even remember. Echo 7 and Bree Ogden. They sent me some CDs and signed them, and I put them up on the wall because I don't even play them anymore. But you have an album out. I didn't even know people put albums out anymore. You know, but when you get, if and when you get vinyl, the nice thing about vinyl is you could pick it up. When I was on the radio, I would pick up the vinyl record as I was playing it, you know, put it on the turntable, and I would talk in the microphone. Oh, this is Miguel Molles, and according to the liner notes, it says that he wrote this song about this, and he wants to get people in a mosh pit for that. You know, stuff like that you write on the liner notes. Have you come up with ideas? I missed that. I missed the artwork. I missed the liner notes. I missed the stories about the records. Do you tell stories while you're on stage before the song? Or do you have stuff written down about each song, a little idea of what you were thinking when you wrote it? Because I know memory will fade. You're 23 now, but by the time you're my age, you'll probably forget, like you forgot 11 years old what you were doing on stage. You'll probably forget more. So have you written that down?
Normally, it just all pops into my head because it's all just memories that pop into my head because I can't just like bring my whole lyric book on stage, and I'm like, this is awkward, but this song is by Nan and Nan and Nan and Nan. But at least normally when I know like the next song comes up and then I see the name, and I'm like, okay, this song's for all my haters, or like this song's for all the lovers, and like I made this song specifically for that. But it's normally just from vague memories, and because a lot of the lyrics I wrote for Take Control were lyrics back when I was like 14. I was 14 when I wrote everything, and obviously it was all teenager lyrics, so I had to change a couple things just to make it more appealing, more enjoyable, basically.
Well, that's like working with ChatGPT. You put in a prompt and it gives you an idea. You know, like if say instead of Google, you want to get a better idea about something. So you go Miguel Molles and you put him in the ChatGPT and it'll tell you something, and you'll have to tweak it a little bit because it's not quite right. You know.
Yeah.
So you
Even
fixed
if I put
Go ahead.
Even if I put a little bio for me or a little info page for me, I'll just put I'm just here for fun. That's it.
See, that's fantastic. But the nice thing
That's all
about
I'm
doing
put.
these podcasts, these interviews, is you have a public record. You have an idea of where you were at this moment in time. You already mentioned, the Christmas and the New Year's is coming up. We're in that weird week between Christmas and New Year when you don't know what to do. Should I go out? Should I save it for New Year? When you were, how was your Christmas? Since we're on that subject for a minute, did you go back home, or how much of your family is in Arizona and how much is back in El Centro?
Yeah. So here's the fun fact. The moment my family left, so like our main family, like the five of us, ever since we left, everyone had started coming. Because they were missing us, and they're like, yeah, California sucks a bit. We're gonna go to we're gonna go live in Phoenix real quick and see how it is. But yeah, a lot of my family's over here now, and it's crazy because we're all migrating.
But that's tight, man. That's tight. It's good to have your family close. My family is spread out all over this country, man. I told you I was from South Florida. My brother's all the way up in Washington State. So, my mom's in Tennessee. So, yeah, we're starting to spread out, man. And it's hard to see each other from time to time. But thankfully, the social media and the phone calls and the Zoom calls, you can visit with people. But I'm glad that your family knew that you were the glue and they needed to come and visit with Miguel Molles. All right. So I'm guessing do you have parties? Do you have get-togethers from time to time, or do you see each other at the store? Or, hey, are they out helping you? Are they the street team for Miguel Molles trying to get you some more shows?
Yeah. So at least for like getting shows, it's mainly just all me, but they're the ones coming by and supporting. But at least when it comes to parties, yeah, we sometimes do host like holiday kind of event. At least for what I do as well, I host like these little get-togethers at my house, like a little music event, and I get people that I know locally, like some of my friends that do music. Like, hey, I'm gonna do this little music thing here, so if you want to come, bring your guitar. You're gonna be singing in front of like 30 people. And they're like, okay, and we all just jam. We all jam in front of people, and make it seem like a show, which it does look like a show. Especially when I get on, I make it crazy. It is pretty fun, and I recommend for other people to like even do the same thing. You can do it in your backyard. If you get a call from the police, like, hey, you're causing too much noise, can you keep it down? Just say, yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I usually, if the police call, I tell them to bring beer.
Yeah.
No,
like,
man.
I forgot my keys. Can you bring them?
No, but it sounds like you're a person who wants to do a show. If it's 30 people, if it's 30,000 people, you're going to give them a Miguel Molles show. You're going to give them skits. You're going to give them comedy. You're going to give them some songs. You're going to give them different genres of song, a rock song, an EDM song, a pop song, a hip hop song. You're going to be doing it all, man. And you're just now perfecting your craft, man. And it's just going to get better and better and better. I see nothing but good things, man. You've made a fan, okay? Keys Dan is a fan. And as we wind this thing down, I want to know what the future of Miguel Molles, what's it looking like next year? Do you have stuff lined up, or how can people get a hold of you anyway?
Yeah, I got a lot of things lined up. First thing, I haven't announced it yet, but I probably should. New song coming out in, I'd say, 3 weeks. January 24th. There's a new song coming out. It's called It Must Be. And then, as well, another song coming out March 7th. And that one's going to be called In a Good Way. And then as well, the day after March 7th, so March 8th, National I Am Day, will be the actual release date for the album Robust. So my new album comes out on March 8th. And then as well, to help promote it, I got t-shirts.
That's
got
cool.
t-shirts. I'm gonna drop those out soon, just to get people going. Then I'm hoping to get a tour going statewide first, and then if it works, then we go national. But in the meantime, we gotta wait. So let's get the new year going.
Man, I'm glad you have a support system. You have first of all, you have your fiance that it seems like she's your number one fan. It looks like she's the president of the fan club, and I appreciate that. You found love, you found people, you were born into a perfect family that's pushing you in the right direction, and wherever you are, they want to be near you, man. So that tells me that you are, a good person for your family. You're a good person for the community, and you're a good person in general, man. You're wanting to spread this love and joy, and every once in a while have a mosh pit, maybe a concussion here or there. I remember the last mosh pit I was in University of Florida, Gainesville, and these two football players took a shot on each side of the mosh pit and went at each other full force. Bam! They were dazed, man. I think at least one of them got a concussion. So mosh pits kind of limit those, but still, they're fun. They're something to be seen.
They're fun.
I was like, what is happening here? But yeah, have like a foam party or some, something crazy like that. Maybe throw out some glow sticks or something. But man, those mosh pits can be dangerous, man. But this whole show business thing can be dangerous. But I'm glad you got stuff coming up, man. If people want to contact you, is the best place the Facebook to contact you? I have your links in the show notes already.
Yeah, so a good way to at least find me on social medias would be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at least to reach out to me. But then there's also YouTube if you want to watch some of the content that I make. Then for music, there's YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal. There's a bunch of streaming services, and I recommend checking them out for anyone that needs to know about needs or wants to know more about me. At the end of the day, I'm just another guy living here. You don't have to, but if you want to, I appreciate it. Become a fan today. Become a fan of the DJ right here that's helping me out. So appreciate you, man.
I appreciate your sweetness, man. It's like, hey, you can listen. If you don't want to, no problem. No big deal. Yeah, I want them to listen. I want more ears to be on Miguel Molles music. And I want more people to go to your shows, because that's how you keep going, man, is you're able to get paid for this. Get some kind of, it's hard to make a living in this show business. Does your mom want you to go to school and have something to fall back on? Or, I guess whatever.
Yeah. She does. But I told her, I'm like, all this music stuff is barely picking up, so I need to finish this first, and then I can think about going back to school.
All right.
I need to finish with this first, because I'm already committed. I'm already doing this.
Well, I mean, if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
I always wanted to get into diesel mechanic work kind of stuff. There's also electrician kind of stuff. I like working with cars a lot. I really do. And I still do. I have a freaking Camaro. But yeah.
Good man. If the music thing doesn't work out, those are two fantastic jobs. I think especially the electric. I got a brother-in-law that's a diesel mechanic. It is so hard for him to find work, man. And he's a really good diesel mechanic. But I think the electricity, hey, everybody needs an electrician, man, from time to time, even to change a light bulb. But I digress. Let's take this thing home, man. I do want to talk about who recorded your music. Did you take it to a recording studio, or did you do it all by yourself?
It was all me.
What? You have a recording studio at your place?
I DIY'd it.
Dude, I mean, just the fact that you have a microphone set up for this podcast, most people use their phone microphone, and I can hear it. It sounds so good. Miguel Molles, you worry about the sound. You care that things are going to sound right. And that's one thing about podcasts. People are going to listen, first off, if it sounds okay. If it's crackly or the microphones are crap, they're going to go, maybe I'll listen to something else. but you care about the sound. So I appreciate that you bought the right equipment to make it sound good. Now tell me about Big Records as we close this thing up. They're the ones that put us together. Are they helping you to promote the business a little bit? I got in touch with them probably 3 years ago, and they've been sending me artist after artist, good people that I get to talk to and learn from, like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Big Records is definitely helping me out a lot. Ever since I signed with them back in March, it's been a whole game changer for me with getting my name out there and then having the opportunity to get to meet people with you and then getting some shows as well. Eventually, I do want to get a show at a festival and meet some other music junkies like me, because I collect a lot of vinyls, cassettes, CDs, VHS. I do a bunch of stuff. But yeah, and then as well, I do appreciate a lot for what they do, especially with other artists as well. We're not at my full potential yet because the album's not out, but we're getting it close, very close.
Robust, so, man, robust. It's coming soon. I'm so excited, and I love that you're putting your songs out. This date. I have no idea how to put these podcasts out. Whenever I record them, I mix them down real quick, and they're out by the next day or two. And, some people go, oh, I did a podcast, and I'm holding on to it. This will be out in January the 24th. And you're like, no, man, just put them out. Get it out there. Let the people hear it.
I'm like, if you already have something, just get it out. Get it out, because it's material that is useful for your career. Like, just do it.
Yes, man. Yes, man. All right, Miguel Molles, I don't want this to be the last time that we talk. As time progresses, if you want to come back and chit chat a little bit more, we'll keep banging these things out. But I always finish these things off with last words for the people. This could be words to live by. This could be something you heard a long time ago, maybe a mantra that you wake up with every morning, or just whatever pops into your head. Miguel Molles, I'm going to give you the last words for the people.
Yeah. So, the thing to say for them, the moment you realize you have a dream, go for it. Don't let no one stop you. There's been a lot of people trying to stop me, but if you know that you got to do it, just do it. Don't let no one stop you.
Well, there you have it, party people. Miguel Molles. Man, that guy's a cool dude. And he's so far ahead of the game. Starting at 11 years old, 10 years old, getting out there, playing viola, playing the recorder, and putting on shows at that young age. And so long ago, you don't even remember what the shows were, what the stage plays were. But you remember the concerts. You remember being in front of those people and making them smile, along with the rest of the band, of course. But you remember that. You remember, and that was just the little spark you needed to make you want to do this again and again and again. Oh, yeah. Show business, man. It's not for everybody. But some people can make it, and I think you can make it, man. And thank you, Big Records, for putting this together. I appreciate it so much. I realize I've been saying "man" a lot in this one. Weird. I try not to have that affectation, but today I was kind of feeling, "What's up, man?" But Miguel Molles, you're a good dude, and I appreciate that you have your family, you have your fiance, you have the people around you that are supporting you, and you got a fan. Keys Dan is a fan now, so whenever I see that you have a show or a song to promote, I'll definitely put it up in there on the Radio What listeners page on Facebook and try to promote you wherever I see you. And hey, if you got any songs that you want to play on RadioWhat.com, I got you, boo. I got you. All right, that's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. Thank you so much, Miguel Molles, for being on the show, and I look forward to hearing more from you in the near future. All right, now if you... Yes, you, my loyal listener, if you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email keysdan@aol.com. That's it for me. It's keysdan, radiowhat.com, djlittlerock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.